everybody, Rod Shelley here, and I'm here for another behind the scenes. This is going to be a relatively short one, and I know I say that every time and it stretches out to 15 or 20 minutes, but I really am going to try to keep it relatively short. I understand now why public speakers have a glass of water on the lectern with them. Because it makes your throat feel better. And that really is water, really. Okay, let's quit fooling around. First, big news item. Artist of the Month at Renderosity. Wow. I am still blown away. Over 50% of the vote. And that is all due to you, all of you out there, all my friends and fans and supporters on Renderosity and elsewhere. Thank you so much. That just totally blew me away, and I'm still walking in the clouds over that. So yeah, took 10 years to get there, but what a thrill. I'm so glad, so thankful that everyone out there enjoys my work, enjoys the stuff I do. I really love putting it all together. I've been doing this now for, gosh, 10 years. I've been working on Girls from TNA, and it's still as much fun and still as thrilling as the first time I ever opened it up. So, you know, now I started out with Poser 8. And I'm now working with Poser Pro 2014, Poser Pro 11, which reminds me I need to do the update. I'm surprised it's still working. And Daz Studio as well. And of course Photoshop is my old standby. But anyway, yeah, that was and is a thrill. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You guys rock. Next, we took a trip in September. Had a really wonderful trip. Drove from here, from Kansas City, all the way up to Washington, to the Portland area. And gosh, how many states did we go through? Missouri, of course, Nebraska, Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, Washington, Oregon. It was a fantastic trip, and here in a little bit I'm going to run a quick slideshow of some of the pictures that some of the photos I took during that trip. Also have a short video for you from Mount St. Helens. We stayed in this wonderful hotel in Washougal, Washington, which was pretty much a stone's throw from Treasure House, where Mike, that you know as Mike 55, our friend Mike works. Mike gave us a little tour of the Treasure House, and we all piled in the van and drove up to Mount St. Helens day after that, and you know, drive 1,800 miles to see this volcano, and all we got to see was clouds covering it. It still looked pretty cool, but you know, it's like, okay, this is so typical. But and Mike said probably an hour after we left, the clouds moved out, the sun came out, and it was a beautiful day. So that's typical. That's typical. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into the slideshow and the video, and I'll be right back. Alright, well, Rod Shelley here, and we are waiting for some amazing views of Mount St. Helens. And it's up there someplace, in amongst all of those clouds that are moving in and
oh yeah,
moving and twisting and doing all sorts of acrobatics there and hiding the mountain. I'm here with Mike, aka Mike 55, and we're watching clouds and freezing our butts off here.
Oh yeah. I hear a hot cup of coffee. God, that's so beautiful.
So we'll look at the area just a little bit here. Visitor Center. Not entirely sure how well I'm getting this, but
we'll find out.
We'll find out. We will find out.
And I think
all right. And there's Faye, Mike.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know if I got that or not, but what the hey.
Yeah, what the hey. I'm heading back to the van. It's just a little bit too
yeah, I think I'm going to head back too. But anyway, folks, there we have Mount St. Helens somewhere in there with its head in the clouds. Okay, and that's pretty much it for this one. Few updates. I am working on page 42 of chapter 6. Page 42 will most likely be the last page in chapter 6. We'll take a small intermission while I get some things together, and then we'll dive into chapter 7. And excuse me, chapter 7 is going to be pretty intense, so look out for that this winter. And I'm also doing a few other things. Again, I've got a store on Redbubble where you can get some Girls from TNA merch. I'm also on have a page on Patreon. I learned that bit of magic from Kenny. Any support, you know, any purchases from Redbubble or support on Patreon really helps me out. So, you know, if you're inclined, if you want to get some cool merch, hop over to Redbubble. I'm probably going to be putting some stuff up on Pixels fairly soon. And yeah, just go for it. And anything like that, like I said, really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. So, for this issue of Behind the Scenes, I'm going to sign out. I'm going to try to do these again a little bit more often. Show you some work I'm doing on the house. Stuff like that. So for now, I'm going to sign out and say I hope everybody has a great rest of the week and weekend. And keep on creating.